Evening everyone, just pulling up to the horse field for a night on the bunnies again. And what I had planned to do was sit out in the field, but we've just had a load of rain, so I'm thinking I'm going to sit here in the Land Rover and wait and see what comes out. There's one literally there about 35 yards away. We've got another one probably around 90, and there's a couple in the field probably around 130, something like that, maybe a bit further, 140. So hopefully this closer one's going to stick around for a minute. And I've got my gun on the passenger seat here in the footwell, so I'm going to get that out and hopefully one of these will stick around for a shot. No messing about, first one down. I don't think anything else stuck around. Now I had a little bit of a re-zero session earlier on. I went out last week and I wasn't quite happy with how my shots were going. I felt they weren't consistent enough. So I got the board set up, and I was getting a bit of inconsistency. My speed was still the same, but the shots weren't placing as accurate as I wanted them. So I had some H&Ns. I've got some H&Ns, where are they? Some H&N Slug HP2, 36 grain. So I've re-zeroed with them. I'm going to see how they go this evening. They were shooting very nicely, very good groups. So yeah, I'll see how we go with them. But that first one there certainly didn't hit with a smack, didn't it? Jeez. Right, I've got one here at 139 yards, so I think time to test the ballistic software, see how I've set it up. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Wow. 139 yards, absolutely flat out. Very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Oh, it's coming down heavy now. Made the right decision to sit in the van. I've not had a shot for a while, and a pigeon's just rocked up at 62 yards. We're sat in the horse field, and opposite the horse field is a rape field, and we're full on for pigeon control here as well, so plus I like to eat them. Lovely, not had a pigeon for a while. I think what I'm going to do is I've shot this area here now the last 3 or 4 times I've been here. I think I'm going to drive up to the other end of the horse field and see if I can park up there, and if I can see over the hedge I might sit up there for a little while, because I haven't touched that area for a bit, so I think that'll be the next plan. See, there's one out, but if I drive any further up the field he's going to be too close and he's going to bolt in. So I think I'm going to get the gun out and range him. He looks about 110, but down this end we've got a little bit of crosswind. I can't really, I think it's coming in from right to left, so I might have to hold off a little bit for him, I think. pretty safe there. As you can hear, there's a train just going past. And up behind where I'm shooting, there's a big train bank. Let's have a look at where this one is. Lovely, lovely. Straight in the back of the head. So it's getting fairly dark now. Nothing else has come out other than that one we shot when we first got here. So I think the plan's in a minute. I'm going to let it get real dark, then go out with the thermal, pick the rabbit I shot a minute ago, and then walk across the horse field back where I came with the sticks, and then try and pick a couple off over the other side when I pick up the rabbits that I shot on the other side. So I say it's now 9:15, so I've probably got another half hour till dark, but that's the plan. Pick that one up, walk over there with the sticks, and see if we can pick off a couple over there. So I get the IR on, grab the sticks and head out into the horse field. This is actually the second one I've shot. The first one for some reason didn't record, but this one's sitting at around about 110 yards and spinning a full 360. So I pick the 3 rabbits from the left hand side of the field, drop them at the gate and head off over the right hand side, shooting 2 more in pretty quick succession off the sticks, making it 4 from the right hand side of the field as well as a pigeon. So with the weather being really on and off, I decided to leave the sticks in the Land Rover and go out for a drive around the fields on the outskirts instead. At 130 yards, I pull this shot ever so slightly left. Obviously I don't want to show too much on here, but that's the one that's just run on. You can see he was sat facing me. You can just see the bottom corner there. The shot's placed right in the engine room. So the shot's placed in maybe a little bit lower or a little bit to the side. Not far from his head at all, but straight into the chest cavity, straight into the heart and lungs. So he's run a little way, but not far. Now, although this one's only 25 yards away, I sat there for what felt like a lifetime, waiting to get a peek of his ears, just to make sure it wasn't a hare. Now, while I'm 100% sure this was a kill shot, because he was still moving around, I sent another one down, just in case. Right, time to get this lot done. Finish up with 11. I didn't end up going out on the sticks because it ended up peeing with rain. The crop's up really high, so what I've done was I drove around a couple of the perimeter fields and picked a few off there. But really pleased, finish up with 11 rabbits, like I say, and a pigeon. So I get these paunched out now. It's about midnight, so I've had a good night at it. and then get home to a bed. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you again soon.